So I says, yo, haha, it's all in the words.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Hey, I watched this video yesterday, or maybe the day before. But this young lady right here, her name is Khadija. Khadija. And she's from out of Canada. She spent some time here in the States. But I believe she said she's back in Canada. And I like this video. As you can see, I'm looking, I put her video on my playlist called Racial Topics. Racial topics being, it could be from any race. You know what I mean? If I'm digging a video, I'm going to put it on this playlist. But this digital blackface, to really sum it all up, is basically like, if you are not from the hood, then why act like you from the hood? It's disrespectful. And if you're not getting that or understanding that, she goes into the Jim Crow, all right? She talks about where Jim Crow comes from. The whole Jim Crow. The whole, like, the history of Jim Crow. Not the part of Jim Crow during segregation, but before segregation, Jim Crow. Caucasian dude, some kind of European, and he has seen a brown man brushing down a cow, singing some music. So this European wouldn't put on something to make his skin black, look dark. I forgot what she said. And he went on stage and he started performing a song that he based off of whatever that brown man was singing. The other Europeans loved it, wanted more of it. And on stage, he called himself Jim Crow. Bada bing, bada boom. Nice history. I love learning shit, especially when it comes down to my culture. Alright? Now, as far as me being, no one's called me a racist. Alright? So as far as me being anything close to a racist, I need you to understand this real quick. I don't have a big old serious hate bone. It pisses me off that Africans sold Africans into slavery before there was a slave trade, and then to come around and find out that Africans gave up their nuclear advancements. Let me put it like that, because I don't know how far they got into, nuclear weapons, but they gave all that shit up. And it's like, look at them now. You know what I mean? Here it is. I believe if my history is right, the whole mathematics and language and shit like that came from out of Africa. It might have gotten better from somewhere else or whatever, but it's just the fact that it came from there. I mean, come on now. You got to use math to do measurements. in order to make pyramids, right? You know what I'm saying? You just don't eyeball it over thousands and thousands of times to create all these thousands of blocks. You know what I mean? So here it is. It's like so much came from out of Africa. It was some type of European who said that Alice came from Africa, which was supposed to have been the first, well, not the first, but the oldest skeletal remains. I mean, that's what they said back when I was growing up. You know what I mean? So I appreciate my culture. I love the color of my skin. I'm brown. I hate being called black. I hate the whole thing of black people, quote unquote black people. I hate that shit. We are just a people. You know what I mean? We are many shades of brown. You got Hispanics who are many shapes of brown. You have Haitians. You have Dominican Republic. I mean, Democratic Republican, DR, folks from the DR, who are many shades of brown. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it fucks me up. I hate that whole black people this, black people that shit. I hate to hear it on the news. That's why I hate listening to the news. But this video here, when I say I hate hearing it on the news, is because the news is supposed to give us some type of view of what's going on in the world, and if there's any type of change that's going to happen, you would think that you will hear it coming from the news. And when I think about change, it's kind of like change from my people, change from minorities. If it's ever going to happen, you would think that you would hear it being broadcasted from the news. But, you know what I mean, they deal in controversy and ratings. That's their form of entertainment. It's like a fucking soap opera. So anyway, this video here, she hits a lot of topics dealing with, it starts off with, you know, like, I'm not gonna say it starts off, but when it comes down to the whole digital blackface, that right there breaks down into basically saying, if you're going to make my culture the butt of your joke, then it's pretty fucked up. It's pretty racist. And being the butt of the joke in animation, cartoons, video games, anywhere on the internet, memes, all that shit is just fucked up. Dealing with ebonics is fucked up. That's why I started off saying, you know, if you're not from the hood, then don't act like you're from the hood. You know what I'm saying? Stay the fuck out the hood. You know what I mean? Fucking if you're not from the hood, why do you want to speak hood language? It's fucked up. I remember when they was talking about, you know, the ebonics dictionary, and then you got all kind of people reading that shit, picking up all these ebonics and broken English, and it's like they use that as a costume, and it's fucked up. You know what I mean? It's kind of like you got to watch this video to get imagery and better details, because you could tell that she done her research, and the way that she edits her video, she puts in imagery and vocal demonstrations, verbal demonstrations, you know, people actually talking about it. You know what I'm saying? So I really suggest that you check out this video. Um, there's another video that I like. It's talking about, the quote unquote woke celebrities. And it goes into the other topics that I talk about where I get pissed off on them. Like, here it is right here. Hold on one second. It fucks me up when I think about all these celebrities, and I left a comment down below in this video, and it's like, I'm 46. I was born in 75. So around that time, you're coming out of Nixon's fucking presidency, dealing with Watergate, and you're dealing with all the other kind of politics, still the politics, it's a play on words. You know what I'm saying? Then you had to grow up going through Reaganomics. You got to deal with motherfucking the crack epidemic with Oliver North. It's fucked up. But okay, anyway. So when you talk about woke celebrities, you talk about people that got money, who are in the position to help the minorities, brown folks, the descendants of the slave trade. Is that right? Did I say that right? The children, grandchildren, great-great-grandchildren that come from the slave trade type shit, to help us get out of the struggle that we're already in, that we have been. I'm thinking, look, okay, if I'm 46, isn't that enough time to accumulate money that these celebrities have made to put it into the use of making our culture, making our people, or putting our people in a better situation? Muhammad Ali, all right, even though he voted for a Republican president at one point in time, he made the biggest stance by saying, look, why am I going to go over and kill some other brown-skinned folks when they are not the ones who call me nigga or call me a nigga? And that makes sense. It's the same fucking thing with brown folks serving in World War II, dealing with Hitler. I don't remember hearing about Hitler calling us niggas. You know what I mean? During the Vietnam War, wasn't there pamphlets where they were saying, black men go home, this is not your war? I mean, what the fuck? But yet we feel so patriotic that we want to go fight these wars that these politicians have gotten us into. It's some fucked up shit. But anyway, when it comes back to woke celebrities, you got all these celebrities that make all this fucking money. Why haven't they used that money to put us in a better position? You know what I mean? Other people use money to pay off politicians, to get things to swing the way they want them to swing. They've been doing it for the longest. You know what I mean? You've had folks that came over from Europe to get established here with their European money and took politics into the direction that they wanted to go into. I remember when the Illuminati was a big thing, a big topic back in 2000. 2008, 2009, somewhere in there. Illuminati everywhere on YouTube. Everywhere I looked, damn near, it was talking about Illuminati this, Illuminati that. You know what I'm saying? Blue bloods and all kind of reptilian people and shit like that. And it's like, yo, who gives a fuck about those names and titles? You know what I'm saying? It's just basically overall the haves, the people, you know what I'm saying? When you talk about the haves and the have-nots, you know what I'm saying? Those are people that got money. You know what I mean? When you got money, you can pay other people to do things you want them to do. Second time that I'm saying that. So I'm just sitting there, I'm like, yo, why haven't we taken all this fucking money and done something about it? Why haven't we educated each generation to do something better with their money? Alright, you got the NBA. Why hasn't the old heads taught the new cats that were coming into the league to manage their money better and to point their money into the direction of our people, of the struggle? NFL, same thing. Baseball, same thing. Hockey, all these sports. The Olympics, all that shit. Take all those revenues, all those resources, and help everyone, help all of us. I remember when I was being brought up, there was a middle class. Alright, and it's like, yo, there is no middle class anymore. You either got it or you don't. And if you don't have it, you're going to struggle. So, it's crazy that if you got money, you're not shopping in the same grocery store as a person who don't have money. The foods that you eat can't be bought by the folks who don't have money. So, if you're supposed to be consciously woke about the struggle that the minorities are going through, then what the fuck are you going to do about it? And why haven't there been things done already to get us out of this fucking position? And that's what pisses me off. And I rant about this shit over and over and over again. And I know I don't get a lot of views. I know that. I understand that. But these videos are on YouTube to be seen and to be found. So, it's best that I continue to rant about it, because at least one of these videos will be viewed by somebody. I got a disclaimer that says, I'm not the smartest person and I'm not the dumbest person. There's some things that I've done my research on, and there's a lot of shit that I have to research still. I need folks to question the fuck I'm talking about. I need folks to do research on the topics that I talk about. I need folks to form an opinion based off of their research, their curiosities. And what I really need folks to do is to share the information that they're getting. Make sure that it's fact-based, knowledgeable, understandable. The reason why I need people to share this research and this information, these facts, is because there's other people out there that have thought about this shit and they ain't had nobody to talk to. And it's real fucked up to feel all alone when you're in a crowded room. Meaning, folks are looking at you like you're the weirdo because you don't think the way that they think. You might be the only one out of a group of 5 or 6 that think the way you think and they think the way they think. And they're looking at you like, what the fuck's wrong with this nigga? So when we go back to Khadijah's video, when she's talking about digital blackface, it's like, you got people that want to use the things that my culture have brought into this society of people around the world, and we're always the ones that don't gain anything from it. We don't gain anything from it. There should be a patented form of paying people who create words. Look at E40. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the most recognized people that had created words for our for that generation that he was doing it in. You know what I'm saying? Guinness Book of World Records have recognized them. You know what I'm saying? I believe he has his own dictionary. You know what I'm saying? So why hasn't, or I wonder if he gets paid for that. It's like you got people suing other people. You got musicians suing other musicians for using their music as snippets or you know what I'm saying, their beats or whatever the hell. So why can't you sue people for using your ebonics? It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. You got another brother from out of Oakland, the Bay Area, I should say. I forgot if it was Richmond or Oakland, but he's from out of the Bay Area, and he created the Fizzle movement. Mac Dre. Is it Mac Dre? Hold on. Mac Dre. Yeah. Thizzle. And the Thizzle movement. So it's like information is a motherfucker. Information is power. I like learning shit. I don't like reading shit. I don't trust the shit that I read. Alright? Reason why I don't trust it is because it could be manipulated. Alright? Just like I want to do a review for that new Matrix movie, The Resurrection. And it's like, when I watched it last night. And when I watched it, the last 10 to 15 minutes of it, I was like, it can't be like this. It can't be ending like this. As I was watching the movie is like 2 hours long, 2.5 hours long. And I'm like, why would they even bring out a fourth movie that's going to be like this? I don't get it. Now see, the whole franchise, the Matrix franchise, it was cool, man. The way that they had it. They didn't need this fourth movie. Because it's like when they did the first Matrix, they came out with, I think, a video game. And after the video game, there was either Animatrix or another movie. But after that, the Matrix 2, there was Animatrix. What I'm saying is, in between the movies, there was either a game or the animation, Animatrix, the animation or whatever, that pretty much got you geared up for the next movie. That was brilliant. It was brilliant. The whole way that they executed the Matrix was brilliant, period. It got me ready for whenever they came out with the movie Avatar. And Avatar used, I think this is right, but Avatar, the movie, used elements from 4 or 5 different religions. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, man, I don't know, man. It's so much going on in the world right now, and is really fueled by racial tension. the thing of the have and have-nots. It don't matter if you are the same color. There's still racial tension in that association. It's kind of like the whole island. I gotta look this up again, but I think it's the Haitians and the Democratic Republic. I think they share the same island, but since the Haitians were darker, they put all the Haitians on one side of the island, put a borderline there, called that Hades, and then the light-skinned folks call themselves Democratic Republic or DR, whatever. Dominicans. So it's kind of like, you got Dominicans on one side of the island and Haitians on the other side of the island. I think that's how it went. I'm not sure. Sorry, I got lost in my thoughts. But anyway, when it comes down to my channel, I know that I got gameplay from 7 Days to Die. I know I got videos of models, thick, curvy women. You know what I'm saying? Just women, period. I know that I have, other gameplay from other video games. I know that. I know that I got that shit on there. Entertainment. As a form of entertainment. But believe you me, I am not trying to push poison into anybody's brain. I'm like, yo, we got 24 hours in a day. What are you going to do within those 24 hours? How much sleep do you really, really need? Opposed to all the knowledge that you could possibly put into your head throughout the day. You can learn something every hour, from different topics. Just one thing. I like a lot of cooking shows. That's learning something. I'm learning different cooking techniques. I'm learning different recipes. I'm learning how people are doing things different from someone else. How to use these ingredients to create culinary tasty treats. You know what I'm saying? Great meals. I'm learning something. It's not something that's going to change the world, but I'm learning something. I'm exercising that muscle, that brain matter. You know what I mean? And people can do the same thing. My brother loves watching the news. I'm like, it's a soap opera to me. You know what I mean? When they're talking about the same people day in and day out. All these politicians. Day in and day out. It's nothing but a fucking soap opera to me. It's scripted shit. You know what I'm saying? They wake up being like, I'm gonna do this and do this today. You know what I mean? That's gonna be my role for today. And I hope it hits the ratings. I hope it hits TV, you know what I'm saying? So I can distract you from what's really going on over here today. Tomorrow's going to be something else. Got a cabinet full of people that's going to let me know what my ratings are and what can boost my ratings and my stats. It's bullshit. Pisses me off. And when it comes down to my people, I'm like, if we're tired of struggling, then why aren't we acting more like a village and helping everybody? If we were a village, then water would be free. Because we would be basically helping each other by forming a chain. One person would dip a bucket into the water and pass it on to the next person. That person will pass it on to the next person. That person will pass it on to the next person. There'll be another line to pass the empty bucket back to the water source. You dump that water in a well, and you're going to have another group of people that's going to be able to take that water and give it to the people who need it, who want it. But if we work as a link, a chain link, then what the fuck? Why would we have to pay for water? Why would we have to pay for water? This planet is basically water, but we're paying for water? It's fucked up. It's fucked up. Global warming is happening. Global warming is real. It's some shit to where it's so real that glaciers are melting away. They're gone. They're fading away. It's like a person's hairline. It's receding. You know what I mean? Racial topics. Like I say, between one color of a people, of a society, you still have racial topics. One person is like, I don't like the way you look. Racism and all that shit, words like that was created to separate people from each other. A tool. Words are tools. And people use these tools in very specific ways. That's why I can't stand the Bible in so many ways. Because it's nothing but a tool. And when I was religious, that tool was working against me as well. I had to unthink some shit. That's why I'm trying to learn some other shit. Trying to fill in that space of the shit that I had to let go. But anyway, I'm going to get off of here. I've said enough. I'm pretty sure I got the general idea. Between these two videos right here, I'm going to leave a link to the videos. And I'm also going to leave a link to Intellectual, her channel, and Khadijah's channel. You know what I mean? I want to give these two young ladies a shout out. You know, a lot of people are pissed off at brown women. Because brown women, some brown women helped fuck up our whole culture, our whole society, our whole people, you know what I'm saying? All the descendants, all the people that come from slavery. You know what I mean? If it wasn't for the woman being a vessel for this other race of people to inject their poison into, then a lot of us wouldn't even be here today. You know what I mean? And it's fucked up that you got a lot of women that are still against our people, our race, our struggle. They're not against our struggle. They're creating more emphasis. I mean, they're putting more emphasis. They are helping folks make us struggle even more. I'm not talking about just interracial relationships. There are a lot of women who are like on some black power shit that fuck with other men from other races, and it don't change their whole black power movement ideas and actions. So it's just some women who don't identify with the rest of us when it comes down to trying to stop the struggle. And they are the ones who are, I say, a detriment. I want to say that, but I don't know what the word really means. I looked it up once before, and I forgot what the definition was. So I don't want to sit up here and try to use some words that I don't know type shit. But anyway, I want to thank these young ladies for making the videos that they did. You know what I'm saying? I want to help other folks, you know, help other folks. You know what I'm saying? Help someone help someone else. You know what I mean? I want to be a strong link in this chain. You know what I'm saying? Of people who share knowledge and facts and ideas. So anyway, I'm gonna get off of here, man. I want you to be careful with this damn pandemic that's going on. It's not over with. There's still a lot of people dying. Still a lot of people getting sick. And still a lot of people getting other people sick. We need to fix this shit. This country will not close down like some other countries will. And it's fucked up. It's like we got so much entertainment at home. Why can't we just be happy? Keep our fucking asses at the house. I understand that we need to make money. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that you can't trust the internet. I understand. I really do. But it doesn't give a person the right to get somebody else sick or to give them death. Giving it to them. Like, here, catch this football. It's fucked up. I'm out of here. My name is Podrey. I want you to have a good day. I want you to have a good night. I want you to have a good morning. Hydrate, eat well, stay warm. Peace.
Give them prayer hands, say what's up America. Half of you should know me, right? Other half a replica. Shout out to my